So I'm going to be building a couple of decks today in Teppen. I just got some of the new cards yesterday. I don't have enough to make some of the decks that I think I'd like to make. But I do have enough to make I think maybe a couple of interesting decks. So, you know, shout outs to the Teppen scene. The community is like really great about helping people and being like very welcoming, knowledgeable, willing to answer questions, and just like write up a bunch of stuff. It's been really helpful for me, as I have been saying, like I don't have sort of deep competitive experience when it comes to games like this. I've just played casually and only a couple of times, like not super seriously. So in like making decks or in figuring out how to play, I would not consider myself an expert at all. But it's been super helpful to have a scene that will help you out. So, you know, I've mentioned the Teppen Discord, which has been really useful for me. That's been like a big way that I've been able to find new info. They have a really good set of people in there. Like a lot of the top players are in there, and they freely share their decks, which is awesome. They answer questions, you know, help, you know, there's really good discussion going on in terms of like formulating new decks, how to play, all that sort of stuff. I believe it's discord.com/Teppen. I think you just do that. It's something like that. I'll find it for you. But I believe that it's something like that. It's certainly the Teppen Discord. So that's been super helpful for me. In addition, Toshin, who is, you know, somebody who is in this chat oftentimes, a guy I've known for a long time in the FGC, he is really into Teppen as well, and he sent me this link yesterday that has a ton of great info. I felt it's on teamrankstar.com. It's been really helpful for me. And as you can see, it's just like a nice little overview of some of the decks that the author thinks are of note so far in this season for Teppen. And so, I mean, it's very detailed. Like, you know, you kind of just go through this thing, you see what I'm talking about. There's just a ton of stuff here. Right, so Shinku Hadoken, traditional deck, then you get a Shinku Explore deck, and it mentioned who's it's by, like Gengur is a really good player, for example, like all these players that they meant exceed. These are all people who are top players in the scene, so it's like a really nice sort of encapsulation of what a bunch of the strong decks are like right now. I mean, you can see Rathalos has one in here. There's a Morgan with the 4 MP thing that's going on in Day of Nightmares, so that a bunch of units that specifically have the number 4 MP work together really interesting ways. You know, you got a Morgan, another Morgan deck, Darkness Illusion, Wesker Ouroboros. This is the one that I'd love to make, but I just don't have some of the cards for it yet. I have a lot of them, because a lot of them are just from the previous season anyway, but there's a couple that I think are really important that I don't, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Same thing for Wesker Dark Destruction. Right. Again, really nice. Super appreciate this kind of thing. This is great content. So you can find this at teamrankstar.com. From that list, I took one that I thought was cool, and it's this. So I have not yet built a multiple color deck. This will be the first time that I do that. And I like it because I feel like it's quite similar in substantial ways to decks that I have played. So I have been playing a lot of green with Chun and Chun Yon, and so cards that have ramps like this, all these little MP boost cards that are in here. So like Felines are very important for that. Iris and Lair both do that. They speed up your MP growth, so I'm like accustomed to that. That makes total sense to me. And then on the other side, I've been playing Ryu deck, so I've been playing red, And while this is not the same kind of Ryu deck at all, like just to have red makes sense. And at the same time, I have not played Rathalos, but he seems really good. So I'm looking forward to how this will go. Like there's like a good mix for me of like stuff that I'm accustomed to, and then stuff that is not new, is not accustomed to me. It's going to be new. So I like that a lot. And then in addition, I would love to make a green, I don't even know what to call it, like a Felicia deck, because green now has interesting ways to buff cards if you have all 3 of your unit lanes taken up. In the previous season, there were a couple of cards for green that like allow you to fill up the board instantly. Felicia's one of them. I think Jaggy or whatever is the other one. There's a couple of ways to do that, but while I liked that idea, I didn't think it was strong. I thought there were like substantial problems with that, because there were certainly many times where filling up the board was not a good idea, where it would be harmful to you to just take up a lane. Like that lane is an opportunity, and so if it's taken up, there's opportunity cost. And that means that like it may be bad to have a unit in that lane. What if that lane has a flyer opposite to it and you don't have any way to counter that? With the exception of another unit that you have that is flying, or that seals, or something like that, to beat that. You know, what if that unit is just stuck halted constantly in that lane? It's just not doing anything good for you at all. But there's a couple situations at least where having a unit in a lane is actually bad. But I like that idea of having all the lanes filled. So now in this season, they put in a couple of ways to buff, you know, multiple units at once, and if you have all 3, then they all get buffed even better, which is cool. It's like clearly built to have to satisfy that idea, that multiple unit single card sort of situation. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the most part. By the way, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Okay, so first I'm gonna get another one of these. Let's see what we end up with here. Yes, please. Come on, good. Alright, what? We'll see. Oh, I have all of them already, eh? Okay. Alright. Well, let's dust them, or whatever. Reap. Okay, cool. So I got some stuff to buy cards with now, I guess. You hope this game has a shifting meta and no one strats the best? Yeah, that's what you always hope for, right? You always hope for multiple things to be available to you. Like in the previous season, I haven't played Day of Nightmares yet. It's only been out for, what, like a week and a half or something. I haven't played it yet, but in the previous season, I felt like there were definitely multiple things that were viable. For sure. At the same time, this game feels different than the other card games that I've played because of its emphasis on, like, sort of execution, I guess you would say. Like, it has speed, manual dexterity is required a little bit. Maybe not dexterity is the phrasing, but you have to have really good timing in some instances, and you have to have sort of the ability to move your hands fast in some ways. Which I think means that it's not just about like the card strategy, it's also this sort of physical component that I like. It makes sense to me as a fighting game player. Just like it's cool. So I'm cool with that, but I think that may make it so that the strategy of the cards is certainly important, but maybe not the only thing in a way that it is in other card games. So as a player, I feel like your personal input is pretty significant, because even if it's like a good strategy to have, and you have to think quickly and smartly, like you always do in any game. But in addition to that, you have to have this execution side of things, and so the game, I think, is still fun even if there's not like a tremendous variety in the decks that you see. I think that I have seen good variety. I'm just saying that I think that that's not... This is a game where you can still have fun and it's still interesting and deep, even if there's not like maybe as much variety. But there's variety, so anyway. Alright. So, how you pilot the deck? Pilot, huh? I like that word. Yeah, that's what I mean though. So, let's make a new deck. And I think I'm going to start with the green deck. So, James mentioned a really interesting thing to me yesterday. And that's that he's been playing X. And I've always thought that X was kind of ass. Like, not a very good hero. But he mentioned that he's playing Gaea Armor. And it gives Veil to all of your friendly units. So what he does with it is he puts out like a Heavenly Kicks Chun or something that's like a good card, right? And immediately Veils. And that means that, you can see right here. By the way, I love that they do this, that you can, whenever there's like a word like this, like Veil or any of the other like mechanics, you can always click on it to find out, just in case you don't remember. Or in case you're doing a stream and you want to make it obvious. Prevents targeting by an opponent's action cards or hero art. That means that you can put out an important card and it can't be immediately taken down by stuff like Wesker Dark Destruction, Ryu Shinku Hadoken, you know, any of the several important action cards. Like maybe like an obliteration that just kills whatever, just removes any unit. Or the things that are like sort of if you have, I forget what the conditions are, but it's like if you have 3 attack or less or something, or maybe 3 MP, no 5 MP or less, something like that. Like there are conditions that cards have that let you take off the opponent's units. Halt is another example if it's an action card that causes halt. All that stuff is blown up by Veil. So I'm curious about that. And since this is a deck that I want to make that is about trying to put in multiple units simultaneously, I like the idea that Veil covers every unit. It's all friendly units. The other ones are like, well, that's not a good example, but most of these are like buffing individual units. I mean, the ones that are about buffs, right? Obviously, many of them are not, but the ones that are like about typically individual units, or removing an individual unit, or attacking an individual unit, right? I like the ones that are for multiple, and Gaea Armor is an example of this. So I still am not sure that I think X is actually good, to be clear, but I like this idea. So I'm going to be making this green deck an X deck. The other one, like I said, that I want to make is this Wrath, right? So you can be using Wrath Awakening, which definitely is good. Like, Rathalos is definitely good. So, basically, I'm gonna make a deck that I don't know how good it is. Like, maybe it's not good, I don't know. And then the other deck is gonna be the one that is right here. This is by Water. Who is the #1 player in North America, according to that. So this is probably a good deck. But, you know, it's good to have one that's going to be good and one that like might be ass. I don't know, we'll see. Testing it out. Okay. Bam. So, with this kind of a deck, first of all, let me get like Felicia and whatnot. So, I think the other one is Jaggy that does this, something like that. The Great Jaggy, maybe, when played. Is that it? think there's a couple of these. Here it is. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have 3 of these guys, and we're gonna have I don't remember which one is the one. It's this one. What's the other one? Just regular, right? Yeah. We're gonna have 3 of these. Very good. So in this kind of a deck, I feel like it's important to have a set of Dream of Restoration, which is this. So what's cool is I really like this card. I was using this card a lot. Oh, hold on. Let me put this back on. I really like this card because it gives you all sorts of good opportunities to do stuff that I think are really interesting. So it has this benefit of giving 7 life to your hero. That's like a ancillary reason I think to play this card. It's nice, but it's not the reason. The more important thing is to return a friendly green unit to the EX pocket. So there's a few things that I think that means that's good for. Like I said before, I feel like there's situations where having a unit take up a lane is bad, where you'd rather lay a new unit down to sort of specifically counter the opposing side's unit, right? So Dream of Restoration lets you do that because it removes one of your units, and then now you have a free spot, right? That lane is available. It also means that you get to save an important unit. For example, if you have a big unit that is about to go all the way down, if it's about to die, then you use Dream of Restoration, it goes back to your EX pocket, and then you can put it back out again, and it's got full life and everything. Which is also good. And then the other one that I think is really important for this context is that I haven't done this, okay? So, well, I hope that this is actually true, but what James told me is that if you do a Dream of Restoration on a Felicia, then when you take her off and then goes back to the X pocket, and you put Felicia back onto the field, she again fills it back up with 3 units, right? So it's not that you're taking off an individual Felicia and putting an individual Felicia back on. You are taking off the category Felicia, like the multi-unit Felicia, and putting the multi-unit Felicia back on, which means that you just have access to like a ton of units, which I think, could be interesting. So I'm gonna get a bunch of these, and I think that's like, oh well, you gotta get the big blammo in here. Big blammo. You know what I'm talking about. Here it is. Big blammo, of course. And like theoretically during this, whenever I have these units out, not whenever, but whenever I have a hero art ready to go, I'll have the ability to veil them to avoid them getting killed. So I think that's the idea. I'll think about that in a second, I guess. But and Ascension Ceremony. So this is a really useful card for this kind of thing. So it gives 3/6 to a friendly unit, but if you have 3 friendly units, it changes all friendly units to 3/6 and gives them flight. So it makes all of your units flying. It gives all of them 3 attack, 6 defense. So this is definitely something I am putting in here. Wait, I only have one of these, right? I have 2? No. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's super weird. I don't know why it lets you add more than 1 if you only have 1. That's super weird. I did never notice that before. You're in here as well. So we got 2 Ascension Ceremonies, a shiny and a non-shiny, not that that matters. I think that's really good. So what are the other ones that... Let's just do this. Oh my god. Day of Nightmares. And I don't remember which ones are the other ones that give you multiple buffs for 3 units. Let's see. If you have 3 friendly units, gives +2/+2. Alright, we're doing this. I feel like you gotta have Lair. Like, this is clearly extremely good. So, we'll put in 3, maybe we'll take out more later, we'll see. Right, okay. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, this character looks ridiculous. Reduces damage taken of 3 or less to 1. And, which means that, like, most units are dealing 3 or less attack each time. And it's flying. And if it deals damage to the enemy hero, it returns a random enemy unit with 5 HP or less to their deck. That, I mean, it sounds just very good. Ascension Ceremony we put in here. Okay, cool. So, this is... We've only used 10? No. Does that mean that there's 10 left? Oh, I'm not even looking at the right thing, I guess. Damn. So I have 22 out of 30. Right, 10 means I can use the 10 MP, of course, because it's mono color. So I have 22 in here. I might have gone overboard with making it so that there's like 3 of each. I don't know that I need to do that, but that's something I'm gonna just try out first. Again, because these multi-unit ones can be made to like come back with Dream of Restoration, I'm not sure that I actually need 3 of both of them. I don't know, we'll see. So I have to think too that I guess I don't really answer this. Does Veil mean that you can't target your own units as well? I think it does. Let's see. Oh, no, you can still. Prevents targeting by an opponent's action card in Hero Art. Ah, okay, cool. So in that case, then it would be useful for me to have multiple buffs for my cards. So I got plenty of units. Like, that's not... How many do I even have? I have 4... Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But this is an action card, I believe. It's not actually... It's not a unit exactly, but it ends up with you having units. So maybe I should put in a little more than that. Loyal to the cause, which... Right, okay. So who else do I want to add? I don't have anything that's in Spillover, which I think is pretty cool. So Spillover, right, deals 2 damage to a random enemy unit with Flight. I like that, because I've, you know, my like fear with this kind of a deck is that I am going to end up with a situation where I have all these units out and they're just getting run over by something like Flight that just kills me, because I don't have units out there that can directly deal with that. So I'm a little concerned about that. So I put Outnumbered in there. I don't know why I'm looking just through Day of Nightmares right now. Let's do the whole thing. So what else do I want? So in other green decks, I really like Reckless Charge, which completes the attack prep time, which just means that your unit will automatically attack. And if there's so like a common counter to that is that you put down Reckless Charge, and that means you begin the action phase, and then the opponent has like some action card that deals damage to your unit and kills it before it can actually attack, or that just destroys your card if it's, you know, a certain MP or whatever. There's like several counters to using this, But if your units are veiled, then that stuff doesn't seem like it's available. So I'm gonna use this guy, because I feel like that seems pretty good in this instance. So I am... I feel like I might want Beast Cannon as well for the same idea. Definitely thinking about that. Don't need that. Don't want that either. There's a bunch of shields. One thing that I did in a bunch of a couple other green decks that I made, that I like, not just me, but like very commonly done. Hake, cool because it deals damage to a unit where it's equal to the attack of your unit, and it's the same thing for, what is it, emergency something? Oop, hello. Emergency strike. But this is with your HP, and for green, your cards tend to have more HP, so that's also cool. I don't think I need that in this instance. I feel like if the deck goes in the way that I would like it to go, I don't feel like that's something I need. Because I feel like I'll have enough attack out on the field. I guess we'll see whether that's true. I don't really know. I think it's pretty hard to... Oh, did I put in the new Felicia? Or the new feline people are talking to her? Layer, yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to decide. So when play puts one Jaggy onto the field. So this is something I want. You know, I feel like I need like a bigger couple of units, so I'm gonna bring in this Chun. Who are you? You're just regular. Has shield, 4/5 with shield, 4/10. Jeez. But this is cool because it's got victory, and that can snowball really well. And I feel like the easiest way to take down a victory card like this is with some action card. But if there's Veil, then that shouldn't be available. So we're gonna put these guys in here. And how many MP is Gaea Armor? It's 21. Okay, so it's pretty substantial. It's not the most, but it's pretty high. So maybe I should have more MP ramp units. So again, how many do I have here? So I have Leader's Summons, which again is not directly a unit, it's an action card you have to play with, so it can get countered, I guess, theoretically. And then, alright, buddy. Come on. Come on. And then I have 3 layers, so I've got 3 true units. 4 with Heavenly Kicks, then 7 with Felicia, 8 with Kush. Boy, oh, that's pretty obnoxious. Come on now. And then 2 with Chun, so I have 10 true units. I don't feel like that is enough. So Loyal is, this is the 7 HP one, right? Maybe I do want Emergency Strike. No, I feel like I need more units first. So maybe something to sort of get me started here. Maybe I can get like the, I think there's a lower cost feline. Yeah. Maybe this just to get me going. And then 1 more. So, boy, I really need 1s and 2s, don't I? I'm pretty lopsided. So what's in these that would be useful for me? Maybe I should just make another Reckless Charge. I can definitely do that. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, Yes. Oh yeah, I gotta make a name. Oh, this thing doesn't let you type in ass. Okay, alright. And then the other one that I want to make is this Wrath deck, which definitely uses Wrath Awoken. And let's go back to the Chrome here. And then, oh right, so this is the mix. This is the mix. So we need green and red. So True Faith, which I have one of, it turns out. Can I get more? Yes, easily. This is a basic. I didn't get all these? Oh, it's core, okay. Yep, again. Alright, so we got two of these. Sense of Duty. 1, 2, 3. State of Nothingness. I don't think that I have this card, which may be a bummer. Can I craft it? State of Nothingness. Yeah, I don't. Ooh, I cannot. Gives a friendly unit +1 attack for each time you use an action card during this battle. Okay, I mean that sounds very good. Clearly, I can't do it. Great. So then Carlos. I definitely have Carlos. Carlos. Cool. 1 and 2. Wall jump. I got it. That's it for red, huh? Oh wow. Turn off red. So wall jump, which is just shield. Yeah. Shield. 1, 2. Disarm. Okay. Yep. So disarm gives seal. So when you're really worried about another card, an opponent's card having flight, whatever text it has, whether it's flying or has MP boost or like there's any number of things, you know, rush, agility. Seal gets rid of all that stuff, which is definitely good. Then beast cannon. Okay, how many we got? 3 here. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm gonna make this deck and then sort of review it. So give me a sec here. Evasive, I have 2. Feline, which I definitely also have. I really wish that the cards were alphabetically organized within their numbers. Okay. Then the 4-cost Feline, okay. Then Lair, right. New card, which I definitely do have. And then Iris, who is also really good. Iris is a 5. And finally, Heavenly Kicks. So I have. Let's see. All right, so here's what I got. I just put in what's in there. So here's my current list. I don't have State of Nothingness. So that's the card that made it so that you give +1 damage to one of your cards for each time you've used an action card. That's good. So, but you know, the point is, it's a buff to your card's damage, which there are other ones of. Right, Reckless Charge. So let me go back to this. This is from this like lineup of like meta decks that I was talking about earlier. That is on teamrankstar.com. So here's the spiel about it. So he took away Reckless Charge, because I remember seeing decks that were like this, and they had Reckless Charge, of course, right? And Reckless Charge is for sure good with Wrath Awoken Rathalos. Wrath Awoken makes it so that your cards have flight, your unit has flight, whichever one you apply it to, and plus attack based on how many times units' attacks were boosted. So Reckless Charge is obviously good with that, because that just means that when you pair it with Wrath Awoken, like, you're just instantly attacking the face for significant damage, obviously. But this deck, the explanation for it is that it's a little bit more about board control and establishing stuff, rather than just like, you know, blowing you up with a fast unit that you instantly make huge, right? Which you can do, I think, with this deck still, but that's not quite as much the idea. It's maybe, I think the intention is to make it a little bit more versatile, rather than just to have like the one strategy of buff one unit until it murders the opponent. So let's go back here. That's what I got right now. You think I should use True Faith instead of the Legendary? True, I don't remember what True Faith is. Let's go back to here. We'll do red, please. Oh, another True Faith, okay. Let's see. So True Faith gives +2 attack to a friendly unit. Yeah, maybe. That makes sense. Yeah, it seems like there's probably less chance for hand lock, which definitely sucks. Yeah, True Faith makes sense. So yeah, well, why not? Why not? And we'll see what happens. And see if we'll need to redo things a little bit here. Yes, please save it. Alright, so I just want to test these things out against the computer and see like how it feels. There's not like a training mode in this game, but this is about as close as you get to it, so just see. So let's start off with ass first.
The answer is out there somewhere.
Just see how this goes. So I don't know who to make a play against. Doesn't matter, I guess. Whatever. Bam, you. I don't know.
Is fighting the only answer?
So I've never played Gaea Armor, but it feels like it should be pretty understandable. All right, so we're starting out with Feline, of course. To ramp it up a bit. Well, I don't remember what this is. Whoa, +7, right? Right. And I have these cards that add Jaggy to the whole set. So okay. Well, that's not really gonna work out how I want. I guess I could do this. What do I set? It's 7. Okay, so you. But then I'll need. Okay, so immediately a problem. So this gives him a chance to react. Yeah, that's exactly. But does this mean that that card dies and then I can add 3? Let's see how this plays out. I don't know how this works. Oh, it does work like that. Okay, cool. So
Unleash this power to end all conflict.
yeah, that's cool that it comes back. I don't love having this Jaggy down here. It's funny, this is like the immediate thing that I was worried about, right? Having a flying card just maul me down there and I can't do much about it. What is this one? This is 3/6, right? Okay.
Critical damage
Prove to me
sustained.
what you're made of.
Let's do this, I guess. Just eat it.
Systems fully charged.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. I don't know if this matters too much in this matchup. Whatever, just computer.
Gaea Armor.
And then this is plus. Okay, so let's see how this works. Is everybody literally turned to 3/6 or is it plus 3/6? It's just literally 3/6. Yeah. Okay. Weird. No, but why? Now I don't get to see. Come on, computer. That sucks. Oh, and because it was applied to the one that died, none of them trigger. That definitely sucks. Okay.
Use this power to end all conflict. Throw down your weapons and surrender.
What is Chun-Li? How are you supposed to be? That's what we used to say that she said when she comes into Third Strike with the like intro part of it, you know, like before they fight the little whatever the pre-fight. She goes, Chun-Li, how are you? And that's not what she says, but in the arcade that's what we used to say she says. So. That's the lore.
You'll only hurt yourself. It's up to me.
I mean, that was like
to find my true purpose.
exactly what I was worried about. And it's a computer, so it doesn't matter, but it's... I was like, worried about flight. And that's exactly what I told... So I got the idea for this deck from James. He was like, dude, yeah, I've been using Gaea Armor, it's been sick. And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. I'm a little worried about things like flight, but... And then the first time it gets computer, it does happen. So... Let's go back. And again, it's just the computer, so I mean, there's not, it's whatever, easy to kill, but there's like a real possibility in there that it would get destroyed by flight. So I guess what I'd like to add is maybe like a seal to blow up flight. Maybe there is that one unit that I think I have that is anti-flying. Oh right. So, view deck. Which one is this? This is, is it you? Yeah, layer. Okay, so it deals 3 damage to a random enemy unit with flight. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool. I don't know that that's enough. So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it so that I'm gonna take out a leader's summons. Maybe I should take out an outnumbered 2. Yeah, green has a seal, yeah. So let's try this. So we're going here. Take out one of these and one of those, and then it's right disarm. Inflict seal. Okay. Let's see if that's like a little bit more comfortable. And then yeah, ass, and then. Who do I feel like would be useful to try? Let's try this. Because if I'm worried about flight, like I specifically want to test it against the deck that should have flight. I don't know what the computer's cards are, but it's probably something stupid basically. Alright, so we're starting out with feline here. Well, maybe we start... No, feline because I want to save layer in case there is a flying card. I got this dude too, man. This character looks ridiculous. But I think I should save that in case of flying. Oh, here we go. That's cool. I don't think I would do that against a human, but I just want to see how well that worked. So now I'm stuck. Oh no, you can do this. Right. Oh, okay, cool. So you.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
+2 attack.
This power to end all conflict.
So now you all get big boys, right? Ah, of course, it turns it to literally 3/6. Yeah, I get it. That kind of sucks, but alright.
Systems fully throw down your weapons and surrender.
That's alright.
X Gaea Armor.
Alright. Well. Right, you just keep doing this. Yeah, this is nutty. Okay, cool. And it'll come back, because I got 3 units. Gives a friendly unit +2. Okay, fine. Wow. So I got 3 units out there who are buffing my MP. And I have this card that will just always give me more HP on a unit. And it always comes back. And I'll have 4 like right away again. Okay, well I was actually hoping that you wouldn't die so I could do that again. But I guess you just theoretically keep doing that. That seems useful. Let's try this out again. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go back here and try to reset the mission rewards to maybe green or red or something. So then I'm actually playing today. Ooh, a present. Wow, cool. Core packet ticket. That's great. Missions. Let me re-roll. So purple. Which one do I change? Purple. I guess any of them is fine, right? Bummer. Alright, let's try this one more time. So, ass, and then... Who else is like a problem sometimes? So, let's do this. I want to see how this comes into play with... What's your deck here? So you have a bunch of cards that can halt, right? You got Dark Disillusion, which destroys the units that have halt. I guess that's something else that I'm worried about, maybe? So let's just see how that works.
Maverick in sight.
The creature was sealed. Yeah, that's true. And it's not an action card, that's also a good point. But if my idea is to have multiple units out there already, then I think I need to have an action card rather than the unit. You know what I mean? Although I do have Dream of Restoration to take off a unit. I don't know. Alright, so instantly we have Flight to contend with. I don't know, whatever, let's put it here, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll see how this goes. So if I have all 3 units out, now, I guess I'm a little locked at the moment. Oh, let's seal this, let's get rid of the flying. Okay, so here's the Jaggy dude. I'd love to, if you put an action card out, fantastic. Okay, cool. And then now I got this, so I have these, which gives, oh no! I need to get rid of one, huh? And I don't want to spend these. Alright. These are all cards that are about having 3 people out there. Maybe I should just Dream of Restoration then. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what else comes out. Maybe I just gotta be less of a baby about playing cards that like could be used for multiple, for all 3 units, but that don't need to be maybe. Yeah.
Try harder.
I don't know what happens with this. If I will halt make it so that I'm not attacking anyway. I actually don't know. Let's see.
To end all conflict.
Try harder.
Right, so you're quick attack, then halt. And it doesn't. Okay, well, that makes sense. Oh, perfecto. Alright, so we got Felicia. Now, I'm gonna hold off just a bit until I get enough that she won't die right away. I'm just gonna eat these. See how this works out. So, this, and then you, right away. And we do that. Oh no. Ah, I really should have done the veil first so that now in an action phase, whatever, it's computer, okay. But in an action phase, they could not have been targeted. Okay, alright, we're learning, we're learning. Wait.
Strength. Gaea Armor. Unleash this power to end all conflict.
Alright, and he comes back to life, yes. Ah, the bummer. Will we get there? No. Oh, it did? Wow, okay.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Okay, that's cool. So now I would like to put out Feline, but then I want to play one of these cards that's about having multiple out, so I'm gonna hold off very briefly here. Oh, that's unfortunate timing.
Love is a game of giving.
Yeah, I really need flight. Oh no.
Systems fully charged. Give me strength. Gaea Armor.
And flight only triggers if they're all out. Hiya! Alright, good.
Unleash this power to end all conflict.
Perfect. That worked great. Alright, and now I get to buff their life. I think I'd rather you survive.
You'll only hurt yourself. Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Alright, I'm gonna try a test, or maybe they'll die first, but I want to see
Much power.
whether it's... Well, I can't really test right now because Felicia, if I bring her back, she's not gonna bring up everybody else on the board anyway. But I want to test to see if that's true. Oh, were you worried about too much AP? I mean, it's just the computer, right? I'm just
It's up to
in
me
training mode, basically.
to find my true purpose.
Just trying to see how it all works. Yeah, let's try that again. I really want to try to get Felicia out there and then Dreams of Restoration it, and then see if it's true that when it comes back, when I bring Felicia back into the field, that she actually does take up all of the slots again.
Forget duty.
That's like kind of important in how I want this deck to go. Oh, perfect, there's a Felicia to start. That's great. So we're gonna wait for her to get out. And no dreams. Alright, let's try to cycle through this.
So much power.
Naughty, naughty.
Whatever.
Get what you deserve.
You'll only hurt yourself.
By the way, I want this Felicia in the middle to die. That's
Devil.
because I want to see again what happens.
You'll only hurt yourself.
Okay, cool. Alright, you live, please. I'd really like to have a dream.
To end all conflict. hurt yourself.
Playing rough.
So much power.
Devil.
Not getting any dreams.
You'll only hurt yourself.
Playing the game of give and take, devil. Naughty, naughty.
Well, that didn't end up being possible, I guess. Let's see if I... It'd be lovely if I got a dream like right away now.
Much power.
Cycle it.
Throw down your weapons.
No
and
dream.
surrender.
Man. Come on, restoration.
Try harder.
Yeah. Come on. Let's do this over again. I just want to know what happens.
My mission isn't complete. I can't stop yet.
That's all I want.
You're not in my database.
How long can you keep up?
Okay, alright, cool. So we got a Felicia to start. Come on, dreams. No. Bummer. Oh, come on.
Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve.
Aha, finally. Okay, cool. So hopefully they let me try this out.
You'll only hurt yourself.
Playing rough.
So I definitely want one Felicia and the feline to die. Okay, great.
Naughty, naughty.
Now, hopefully the feline dies. Actually, I should just do this first.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
And then I guess this is already a way to test it, right? Now if I bring her back, will she indeed fill up 2 slots?
Get
Because
what
that's...
you deserve.
She would fill up 3 if there were 3. Okay, well, I was waiting to see if they put one down there. So does it take up to... Ah, it really does do that. Okay, that's awesome. That is very cool. Whatever. So this does mean that I can kind of safely cycle through with dreams, and I can bring back Felicia. Oh, well, I guess another thing to test is whether it's the same for the Jaggy. So I'm gonna try to... they all have staying power. Man, I want units that will die fast. I'm not gonna target them.
Love is a game of give and take. Try harder.
Perfect. Hopefully they'll kill Felicia here. And maybe I can get another dreams and we'll try this Jaggy situation. Because, dude, that'd be super cool if you could bring back Jaggy. Alright, waste it. Doesn't matter. Aha, dreams. Okay, cool. Alright, so... how to make this work? So I guess it doesn't matter which one I put out. Okay, cool. So you...
I unleash this power to end all conflict.
and you...
I unleash this power to end all conflict.
And now, if I try to bring it back with a Jaggy, will it fill everything up? I expect no, but we'll see. Okay, great. Cool.
Get what you deserve.
Bam. Alright, what do we got? Uh-huh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Systems fully charged. Give me strength. Gaia Armor.
Love is a game of give and take.
Give me strength. Gaia Armor. So much power.
Cool. Well, I think that deck makes sense.
To find my
Still,
true purpose.
I guess I'm not convinced about how strong it is, but it seems like pretty internally consistent. Yeah, I feel like it makes sense. Which is what I'm looking for. No. Alright, cool. So now let's try out the other deck. The Rathalos one. Which again is gonna be right, so true faith, sense of duty. Which is sense of duty? +1 attack to all friendly units, and you are +2 attack to a friendly unit. Cool. And Carlos obviously got combo, yes, okay, cool. And I think I know all the greens because I've been playing more of that. So let's give it a go. The +6 MP spell? Which one is that? Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, yes, yes. I'm definitely using that. In the deck that I just had, I was just showing. This is not the same. Alright, cool. So we're starting out with you. No, maybe not, because I want to save just in case of flight, but definitely you. Oh, well, there you go, I guess. But so I think the idea here is to try to go fast and get a lot of MP and get the whatever it's called, Wrath Awakening, something like that. The hero spell. Well, that's not very expensive to them. Yeah. Okay, cool. So hopefully this guy will die down here, and I'll put Carlos out, and we get a little wild. Oh no. Oh wait, let's do this first. Okay, well I guess if they play an action card, then I'm playing True Faith here. Okay, alright. Let's do this. And then this. That's pretty funny. You know, this deck does not have a reckless charge, and I mean I know y'all are saying that it should. I built this off of this thing right here, this deck from Water. Like, the idea of Reckless Charge with Wrath Awoken is just clearly very good, so I don't know how I feel about not having it. When does Nero come out? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't even know what color he'll be. In November he comes out? Yeah.
I'll
What
give
stacks
you
are you
5
talking about?
minutes. Make them count.
Alright. Let's bring out the little... Well, let's do this first.
So, you're
Right, for sure. Destroys a unit. Well, so be it. Good old zombie. I don't know why I'm waiting. It's not a person. It's... I guess that's really it, huh? But man. What do I need here? One of these. Oh, the website. My bad, y'all. Here we go. It's you know, whatever. It's a blow up. I mean, I'm just trying to see if I understand how this deck works, and I feel like it's pretty intelligible. Obviously, versus a person, you would hold off to do that. But, I mean, it'd be very clear who I was buffing with the hero art after all, right? Like, there's no question about it. Yeah, it makes sense to me. This is basically... I mean, not too much in this deck is new in Day of Nightmares. Right? In fact, what is? What in this is new? View. So... Core, I'll just... Core. Oh, the other one was Jill, but whatever, not Day of Nightmares. Basic, Day of Nightmares. Ah, Lair, of course. I think it's just Lair. Nobody else. Is the other one that's supposed to be in here a Day of Nightmares card, which is State of Nothingness? Is that supposed to be in there? Carlos is not new. All. State of Nothingness. Yeah, this one is. Okay. So this is basically the new thing in this deck. But I don't have that card yet, and I can't get it. Can't get it. Whatever though, I mean, it seems like it's a strong enough thing. Ooh, we got Presence. Do I have enough to get anything right now? It's a big negative. Ooh, I can get 1 core, that's right. 3 cores, wow. I mean, why not? Maybe I'll get enough stuff to reap to buy something that I care about now. What? Oh, it's a shiny False Throne. I was like, I definitely have False Throne. Colleen, huh? Well, that's cool. Oh, we got a new Double Joe. Yet another one. Alright, so we definitely got stuff in here to reap. Right, the shiny version. Reap them. Still not enough to buy important new stuff. Okay, alright, well, let's play a little bit. So, I'm gonna take a brief bathroom break. I'm gonna be back and let's play some Teppen. You know, personally, I'm really happy that they don't have more frequent balance changes. If anything, I would be happy with a slower pace of change. That's how I am with all games. Like, I always would rather have it so that games, like, aren't changed too much. I want to have time to, like, figure it out, you know? And it takes a while. It takes a while, always. I guess maybe I shouldn't speak about always, because my expertise is definitely more in fighting games. But in fighting games, certainly it takes a while to figure it out. I would think it does in card games too. And by a while, I don't even mean never change it, but like, I really like the sort of once a year pace that some fighting games are doing nowadays. That seems to make sense to me. Like, you'll never get balance 100%, so I'm totally cool with the tweaking coming occasionally, but I want long stretches in between so that players can like figure it out and know whether that really does, whether they really do need changes or whatever. Like, I feel like there's plenty of reasons to not do it immediately. And in a card game context, for me personally, since it's not a genre that I'm an expert in, you know, it takes me a little bit, right? Like, I'm not the best at this stuff. And I got reset to A5 as well. What a noob. Alright, well, let's play Teppen. Bam. Start with ass first.
Why do I fight? The answer is out there somewhere.
Ass. Oh, do they? I guess they must think ahead in that way. That makes sense. Sure. Right, totally. I can definitely see that. What? Alright, we got ass. Let's do
Is
this.
fighting the only answer?
Gaea Armor. I can't believe I'm playing this character. Alright, so ramp it up. What a weird starter. Okay, so this is definitely gonna be a flood. Exactly the kind of deck that I was concerned about. The flying stuff. Exactly the kind of deck. I know how it goes. Wait, what was the second part? Alright, so we gotta do this one first for sure. So I'm hoping to put Heavenly Kicks out, and then this guy. So, yeah, this makes sense. So I'm hoping to get to 8 MP, and do that immediately. I take 6, I understand. I understand.
Critical damage sustained. So much power.
And then I got Ascension Ceremony, which is exactly what I want.
This power to end all conflict.
Alrighty.
So much power.
Oh no, that super sucks. Okay.
Systems fully charged.
I guess there's really no way to get this out at this point.
Gaea Armor.
That'll be that. Yep. Yeah, I mean, again, it's exactly what I was concerned about was flight with this deck. So I guess it's fitting that that's like the very first thing that I come up against and lose to. I wonder if there's a way to salvage that. I don't know. I mean, let's try it a few more times, but it's like clearly the problem. Do you think a prize fight format would work for the FGC? Top players of the games playing long sets for prize money? That's happened many times. That used to be called a big money match back in the day. Yeah, I mean, of course. The question is, like, who fronts the money? That's all. In, like, high-profile instances in the past, it's been the players themselves and their friends. Certainly sometimes it's been other people, too. Like, there were at EVO, there were what you might call prize fights at the esports arena just this past year. So, for sure. Alright, yeah, ass. All right.
Why do I fight?
I don't know, buddy.
The answer is out there somewhere.
I'm not sure it is.
Maverick in sight. You leave me no choice.
Okay, and you got Ebony and Ivory.
This over with.
Which is what? Which one is this? Right, double resonate. Okay, cool. Alright, so... let's start with this, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have started with Feline, but I will... Oh, okay, this actually could be really good if right here happens. And I have a seal just in case when he puts down his big boy, which he's definitely going to do, because that's what he's waiting for right now, for sure. Yeah, naturally.
Sweet dreams. So much power.
Actually, does Flight take... I don't know how this works. Does Flight still stick around? Yeah, it does. I see. Okay. Well, duly noted.
Adios. So much power. Sweet dreams. And checkmate.
It already had Flight, dude. What, maybe he just needed the mill? I don't know.
Only hurt yourself.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is actually going great.
Hold my punches.
Okay. I hadn't even gotten the old Gaea Armor out yet.
To find my true purpose.
Do I think the community would be willing to donate if there was a base prize amount? Yeah, some people would be. I'm not convinced that there'd be a big pickup in terms of the money that's donated. But yeah, to some degree, for sure. You can see that happen pretty regularly. Matcherino, I think, does a super great job of this. And every week at NLBC, well, tonight, I guess, just in a few hours it starts. There is always a Matcherino for NLBC Wednesday nights, and for some other tournaments as well. And yeah, people donate. It's just rarely a lot. What up, Mojo? So yeah, it may have been better for me to have started out with Feline there in order to get the hero art sooner. But I still think that did kind of what I wanted to do. Yeah, I really think that, you know, the biggest issue with this deck, I really think is flying. Opposing flying. We'll see. Oh, we talked all about the Momochi situation last night on the Ultra 10 TV Tuesday show, which is now on YouTube, so check it out. Yeah, we talked a lot about it. It's a bummer all around.
You'll make a
bummer all
nice
around.
test subject.
So clearly now I'm starting out with this, the feline, of course. Typically I would wait to see what other people do before playing, but this is a situation where I would like to ramp up. And he's clearly waiting for something. What are you waiting for? What big boy is gonna come out? Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Maybe I should have played Jaggy, and then I would have had this guy. That would have been kind of cool, I think. I'm basically playing this in order to try to get another unit. But maybe I should just play this guy. I don't know why I'm so hesitant to do so. Yeah, that makes total sense. Do I want to bother with this? I think not. I think not.
You only hurt yourself.
I don't have it.
Okay, so let's wait until I get 6. But I need to play this now, clearly. So you, right? That makes sense. Sure, sure. Ooh, not quite. What else do you have for me here? Good. Okay, sure, sure. Alright, so...
Unleash this power to end all conflict.
Okay. And now I'm trying to get... this out.
Give me strength, Gaea Armor.
Oh, it was so close, dude. I mean, like that was frame perfect to not come out. Okay, so we're waiting for Felicia, obviously. I maybe just don't have enough units here, to be honest. Yeah, that actually may be a big problem for me.
System fully charged.
I'm not gonna get this out in time. This sucks.
Critical damage
That's
sustained.
all you have. Preparations complete.
Yeah, I just don't have enough.
So much power.
Totally.
You can stand against a god.
Totally.
To end all conflict. Critical damage
That's
sustained.
all you have.
No! Oh, that super sucks. I mean, I don't know why I'm bothering.
Unleash this power to end all conflict.
Your struggles are futile.
Yeah, alright, well that'll do it. Maybe I should, like, trade in the card that gives out 3 Jaggies. Maybe I should trade that in for another regular unit.
Can't stop yet.
Because I really feel like that's an issue for this deck. Maybe I'll play another time here and sort of get the feel for it, but I guess I have 2 issues with it so far. One is that I think flying is a problem, and the other is that I just may not have enough units. How do I feel about Jill? Well, I haven't played the new expansion Jill. So, I mean, Red has a bunch of new cards that are about Explore. Maybe that helps her? I don't know. I mean, certainly before the expansion, I thought that she was a pile of buns. But I don't know how it is now.
Guess I have no choice.
Aha, another green.
Won't hold back.
Think you can dodge my kicks?
We have Yan. Yan. Alright, so 13 is that. Oh, Yakuretsuka. No, Yan is 15, I think. No! Did I get totally locked? I have to wait until you play something now? I mean, it's gotta be done. Oh, that's... I mean, it has to be done, I guess. Alright. Oh my
Throw
god!
down your weapons and surrender.
Oh, so clearly, I don't have enough units. I think I literally can't do anything. Yep. I am actually dead. Okay, so... let's get out of here and go put in a couple more units into this deck.
Mission isn't complete. I can't
And-
stop yet.
Bummer. Yep. Yep. Alright, so let's get rid of a leader's summons. Maybe I have too many dreams. That's my next identified point. Loyal, I like... No, but let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of Loyal here. Because it goes back, like... Good chance that it goes back to the EX pocket. Ascension, I only have 2 of... Yeah, okay, so let's identify... Let's get another unit in here. A couple, maybe. And then, hopefully, some of the issues will be addressed. You didn't like the flow of the game? Oh, really? Okay. I like it a lot, man, personally. But, look, if it's too addicting for you, you have made the right choice then. You know what I mean? Like, I know that feeling. I get too addicted to some games, and so I just can't allow myself to play them. So, I get it. You would play 3 leader summon? The issue is that... I don't know, maybe that isn't the problem. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, that reason is why I don't play Civilization games anymore or World of Warcraft anymore. Because I just get too compulsive about it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a leader summons again. Because it's not, I mean, that if I had had a leader summons it, then that would have been great, actually, in that instance. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Ah, Pokemon Go. Yeah. I didn't stick with it for very long, but it does seem like a very addictive game. Oh, I tried it again after they ended up changing it substantially, and I liked it a lot more. So I could see that being that kind of a game. I liked it though, in the sense that it was a reason to go outside, you know? Like they definitely did a good job of that. And it was great when the game first launched and however many millions of people were playing it. It was really cool in Los Angeles because some of the important spots were like public parks and whatnot. And I actually lived just a few blocks away from a public park at the time. And I rarely went there, almost never. But because of Pokemon Go, I went there and other people went there and there were like parents walking around with their kids. It was really cool. Anyway. So the question, I guess, is whether to put in another leader's summons or a true unit. This is an anti-flight character, but it's pretty specific use case. I like the idea of a T-Hawk, you know, and he could be pretty strong. And if I get the buffs again, you know, that come to multiple characters, then a spillover could be pretty legit. Oh yeah, okay. Got it. Big Pokemon news lately. Yeah, I don't know. Why not try this? So, do I still need 3 Reckless Charge? Okay, so let's count up the units. So we have, true units. So 3 Feline. So, come on. 4, oh boy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, please go. 12, 13, 14. But with the Jaggies, that's 16. Leader summons. Which is maybe like about where I want it to be. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put away a Reckless Charge. I'm going to make myself another T-Hawk. And add him. Add him. And alright, let's see how this works. Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing about the way that I want this deck to go is that it shouldn't rely on Reckless, because I want to have multiple units out, and I want them to be veiled so that they're not going to be targeted in some negative way. So I want them to be out there just doing their damage. And obviously Reckless Charge is useful, but... oh no, what a start. Oh my god. Although against Ryu is often weight. So let's see, this may be not so bad. Yeah. Oh, right, this is... got it. Yeah, okay, for sure. That makes sense. But I mean, I needed to play a Chun, you know what I mean? Like, there was nothing to be done about it, really. Oh no, there's lag. Oh no.
I'll hold nothing back.
I think I want to let that happen. You know, I really should have waited. Well, okay. Oh, I can't play this yet. But I really hope I get a chance, because then I'll veil everybody. This actually may work. Let's see. Come on. Oh, you could literally see me drag it. No, but of course I have to wait for my own thing, obviously. Alright, okay.
X Gaea Armor. Critical damage.
Prove to me what you're made of.
Well, so much for that, huh? Yeah, I didn't know whether... okay.
Prepare yourself.
I mean, I have a couple cards here that can make this big, but these guys are gonna die first, unfortunately. So I don't know about the Jaggies. I don't know about these guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna revoke. Like 2/2. Like, oh well, maybe I'll try it again, but 2/2 is so small. If everything is together and I have enough MP to put out the Jaggies and then like immediately to buff them if I have that card, like immediately. Okay, but I don't know about that otherwise. Yeah, it's called Gaea Armor, yeah. Whatever, some of the spellings in this game are weird. Gaia is definitely the word, but they've spelled it Gaea. And same with Ouroboros. I don't call it Ouroboros. It's supposed to be Ouroboros. So I'm sticking with that. You know, I never think to do that, Toshin. That's true. That's true.
Is fighting the only answer?
Don't worry. I'll be ever so gentle.
Okay, so we're starting with the feline naturally. And you're waiting for some big guy, so I have Seal like ready to go.
So much power.
Alright, so... Oh no!
Try harder.
This gives flying, but it's gonna be pretty tough for me to get this card to actually give flying because I need 3 dudes out for it.
Where do you think this go? Game of give and take.
Right, Shadow Blade, of course.
System fully charged. Give me strength. Gaea Armor. So much power. I unleash this power to end all conflict.
It's all good. I mean, I want to play against the good decks. I don't want to play against the janky decks. So I'm gonna try to do this, then this. No, I can't. I have to wait until she dies. You. Please don't kill one of them. Deals 5 damage. Oh, big bummer. Oh no, that means I can do this. Alright, cool.
System down your weapons and surrender.
The reason that so the heal card is not about healing my hero. That's just sort of the extra negate. Oh, super bummer. It's more about trying to move the cards around.
Critical damage.
But you might be right that I still don't need that many of them.
Shadow Blade.
to end all conflict.
Try harder.
That's the problem with the Jaggies, huh? So I'm hoping to get 7 so that I can bring out Jaggies. Oh no, that's the worst.
Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve.
So much power.
If you have another negate, that would suck. Well, I mean, whatever. It's probably over anyway.
Give me strength. Gaea Armor. Unleash this power to end all conflict.
Oh no.
So much power. Critical damage
Where do you
sustained.
think you're going? Love is a game of give and take.
System fully charged.
Shadow Blade!
I thought about using Gaea Armor on it, and I just felt like I wanted to wait, but I guess that was probably wrong in retrospect.
Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve.
I guess I can't do both.
Try harder.
Unleash this power to end all conflict. Give me strength. Gaea Armor. So much power.
Oh, please play something. Oh no, okay, fine. I'm just trying to get through, I'm just trying to move. Well, that'll be that, huh?
Game of give and take.
Mission isn't complete. I can't stop yet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When James told me about making this deck, I definitely had reservations. And I think they're like all being borne out so far. I'm sure I could be playing it better, but I think that there's definitely so all right, so let's get rid of one dream. Do you mean the old Chris? This guy? I don't think there's been... Well, I don't know if there's been a new one. But... No, why bother? Well, because... What is A-Train? Oh, interesting. That could be cool with Dream, but whatever. It's for a later deck. What's the spell that gives everybody shield? Do you know? Yeah, I reckless against the flower because I wanted that unit, my unit, to die. That was the intention. 3. Yeah, okay. Defensive formation, eh? Okay. Ah, I don't have it. But I can guess I can make it. Give shield to your, if you have 3 units, give shield to all friendly units. Okay. I mean, this... Clearly this works with the idea of the deck, but is the deck good if it has it? That I'm not sure. I'm highly leaning towards it's not. Whatever, let's make a few of these. Alright. Like, there were maybe 2 situations in that last game where if I had had this card and it was ready to go, I could have, you know, saved some of my cards, some of my units. How often will that come up, though? You don't have to play a Felicia or a Jaggy. You could just have 3 units out normally, but, you know, of course, playing a Felicia or a Jaggy is the way to guarantee that. Yeah, Wifu, I know. And that was why I had multiple Dreams of Restoration. Like, it was that exact interaction in mind. That's why I had 3 to start with. I don't know about this deck, guys. I mean, this is great. But I don't know how often it's great. Totally. Yeah, that is what the MP boost dudes are about. Like, giving 3/6 to a friendly unit for 6. You know, nice to have a 3/6 maybe, but if you don't use this with 3 cards, with three units out, I really don't feel like it's a 6 cost. Like, that doesn't make sense. So that may be a concern with this deck. That some of the stuff that is here to buff things is just not legit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I'm a fan of Gaea either. But this is a deck that James was telling me about last night after the Tuesday show. We were talking, maybe it was even on the Tuesday show. We were talking about Teppen. And he was like, oh man, I'm playing this Gaea Armor deck. And I immediately was like, in my brain, I was like, eh. And then he talked about it, and I thought it sounded cool. Now, I like the idea of making Felicia useful. I don't know that Gaea Armor's the way to do it. Yeah, that's my thought as well, Super Savvy. It's plausible, but pretty unlikely that you're going to have 3 regular units out there at once. At least not for long enough to have, for you to like then get the MP to use like a 6 cost spell. That's probably not going to come up all that often. Yeah, my thought was to run it with Chun as well, but, you know. Again, I think the idea... So what James was talking about was how, sure, if he gets all of his units out there and they are all veiled, now he doesn't have to worry about, like, targeting like Shinku or Dark Destruction or any of the action cards that can blow something up like that. At the same time, you probably don't. So like maybe you make a stickier unit, but does your unit do enough damage, or is it strong enough to justify being sticky out there? I'm a little pessimistic about this. Whatever, let's try it out. It's probably not gonna work. So sure, yeah, there were multiple times when I took a bunch of hits to the face in the games that I've played so far where I'm just trying to wait until I have the right combo. But that's not that easy. And you know what, it's especially is a bummer that when you put out whatever the Jaggy one's called, something leader? I keep calling it Jaggy. Leader summons. It's a bummer that you put that out and it's an action card, so then you have to wait for them to decide what to do, and you can't like immediately play one of your buffing things. Like I can't then immediately play Ascension Ceremony because the way that the game works, I would play Ascension Ceremony and then get the Jaggies, which doesn't make any sense at all. So you'd have to do 2 separate action phases, which is not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, you know what? This is true. There is a Jaggy unit that summons another Jaggy. Let's go here. It's only one other Jaggy, I want to point out. It's not 2. I don't remember where it is. Might be 4. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's not that one. Great Jaggy. When played, puts 1 Jaggy on the field, which is 2/2. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe this is the solution. Right, then Ascension Ceremony. Exactly. So. Sure, let's get rid of 1 leader summons and put out 1 great Jaggy. Instead of T-Hawk? Yeah, maybe. You're definitely gonna lose a bunch of HP waiting for a specific combo. Yeah, that's like clearly a problem. Again, though, let's see how it plays out. Probably badly. Probably badly. T-Hawk has a spillover effect. So when he attacks the lane in front of him, he's also attacking the lanes to the left and right, but for less damage.
You're not
Which I like, but maybe not in this deck. Like this deck, I don't know if it has room for him. But I like the idea of spillover, definitely. Okay, here is maybe a potential. So I'm gonna wait until 9, and I'll play Leader Summons, and then I'll play Ascension Ceremony, and maybe this will work. Maybe not.
Throw down your weapons and surrender.
I don't want that, okay.
Throw down your weapons and surrender. Throw down your weapons and surrender.
Makes sense. Well, I guess I can't do a charge, doesn't make any sense really. Yeah, that's a bummer. Alright, so great Jaggy. I mean, it's not gonna be ready by that time anyway. Yeah, I know where this is headed.
Critical damage sustained.
I think this deck sucks. Yeah. I think this deck might suck.
Complete. I can't stop yet.
Yeah, I mean, James plays mostly against the computer, so my thoughts when he mentioned this to me were like, I'm not sure if that would work. But yeah, I think it's a pile of garbs so far. You really have to hope for something good. I'm gonna give this one more chance and I'll probably move on. Probably get out of here. Well, I was playing Ryu before the patch, and yeah, I got up to A1 with him, and he was good. Obviously,
Is
you know.
fighting the only answer?
You will rue the day you defy it.
Alrighty, so we have the possibility. So let's do this, and then we're gonna build some MP. Which one are you? Dark Destruction. Okay. So Veil actually may matter in this match. We'll see. I'm hoping to get 8 and do this. Or this, I guess. Well, it's a big never mind, isn't it? So now I need 10, essentially, to do what I want to do. Which is probably not going to happen. Maybe. We'll see how slowly he plays this. Maybe there's a chance. What do you got?
You think you can stand
Destroy.
against a god?
Okay. Something small? No. You really have to hope the right thing comes up, man. This is not a good situation. Let's do one of these. So you died.
Systems fully charged. Give me strength. Gaia Armor. Critical damage
Is that
sustained.
all you have?
So much power.
I did. Yeah, I didn't have some of the cards that you need to make that work, unfortunately. But it looks good, 100%. I mean, he might have trouble taking down this one card. I don't know. We'll see. What do we got here? A seal. Fantastic.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
stuff are taken down.
Well, I basically have to. Let's turn. Should have acted faster. Oh my god, what are we trying the wrong one? Alright. Another one?
Much power.
Alright, well, we're gonna be doing reckless charges, I guess. Actually, let's do this. It's just this. I'm playing big dude, I guess. I don't know. It's horrible. Yeah, I should have sealed the tyrant, 100%. That was the big error in this match so far. So maybe if I get to 9, I can do Jaggies and then Ascension. That is a possibility, at least. So I'm just gonna have to eat a bunch of damage right now. And then he's gonna Dark Destruction one of them, 100%. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I'll have Veil though, at least. Okay, so here,
Systems fully charged. Throw down your weapons.
then I'm gonna Veil, then I'm gonna Ascension. Veil.
Give me strength.
That actually might work.
Gaea Armor.
No, but that means that she's a 3/6 now. Oh, that is actually terrible. Alright, I'm officially saying it. This deck sucks. It sucks. Oh, who cares? Whatever.
Preparations complete. Is that all you have?
Mission is complete.
This sucks. What a bad deck. Alright, well, enough of that. Enough of that. That's not even good. I mean, that card, Ascension, whatever it is, that is cool in, I feel like specifically, let's do this. Ascension Ceremony is the card. 3/6 to a friendly unit, or if you have 3, they all turn into 3/6s and flight. I feel like that's good specifically in the situation of Felicia. Okay, she's 2/5, so 3/6 is strictly an upgrade. And Leader Summons, which means your 2/2s turn into 3/6, which is strictly an upgrade. If you have other stuff, it's a bummer. Like you can't play that with this card. That would suck. Like the idea of Victory Chun is that she grows big. You can't play it with what? I guess that's it, right? Maybe that's the only thing in this deck, but that's such a good card. It's like such a nice condition to have, that to have 3/6 instead sucks. Maybe I just shouldn't have Chun. I don't know why I'm thinking about making how this deck should work. I don't know why I'm even bothering. It's clearly bad. But if I'm gonna play this deck, then Chun doesn't fit. Get out of here, one of Green's best cards. So what I think I should probably do instead is have like have Iris, have Feline. Maybe not even Iris. Isn't Iris more? She has more health than that, I think. Maybe I'm thinking of Feline. Here it is. 1/6. Okay, yeah. Yep. Let's do it. You have flight anyway. Do I even want that guy in there? I mean, there's so much utility in this card. Reduces damage taken, right? When he deals damage to a hero, yada yada. Like, this is just such a useful card, and 3/6 is a buff, but the flight doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know why. There's no good reason to bother to make this deck good. It's just probably not a useful concept. Especially with Gaia, but let's give it one more go. So I put Iris in because I'm trying to get more MP. Do I have 3-cost Feline in here? Yeah, I do. Maybe I should remove Hawk and just go all in on that stuff. Alright, you're out of here. And again, this is gonna be bad. I know that. Look, if I'm gonna not play Gaia, this is the deck James is telling me about. I thought it sounded interesting, although maybe bad. And now I'm trying it and it is bad. If I'm not gonna play Gaia, I'm probably just not gonna play X. Like, I don't care about the things that X does. I would probably just play somebody else, you know? Which is what's gonna happen. Obviously, I'm not gonna stick with this deck. What else? What could make this slightly a little bit less bad? Maybe a feline 4 cost? Yes, you're in here. Alright. So now I have how many units? I have 1, 2, 3. So true units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And with the leader summons, I have 17, however you want to figure that. And I have the potential for more because I have Dream of Restoration plus Felicia, you know how that works, but, well, if you don't, it means that Dream of Restorations takes one of the Felicia units into the EX pocket, and then when you put that Felicia unit back onto the field, it fills up all 3 unit slots again. So you have the potential for more. But I think that's probably the name of the game for this deck. Potential. And very unlikely that potential will work. Stuck at A5 still, oh my god. Tough. Tough.
You're not in my database.
Okay, so it's Wrath Awoken. Again, my first concern about this deck was going to be how it worked against flying, which I think is a pretty legit concern. Which one is this? This is defensive formation. Okay, so I'm going to get 6, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna eat this 1 damage. Oh yeah, okay. No, that'll just kill my guy, and then I won't have 3. This is just not, it's not good. Yeah. Whatever.
Put down your weapons and surrender.
Just to be a shield.
Unleash this power to end all conflict. Power.
I mean, it's just gonna make them flying and then I'll die. I'm so pessimistic about this deck right now.
So much power.
That's totally fine. Oh boy. Okay.
Systems fully charged. Give me strength. Gaea Armor.
You died, and you died. Just like that. Oh, I think there was lag. Did you see that? It looked to me like there was lag. We probably intended that to be there first, because now that character died. It sucks for him. I've been there. That's no good. It's a bad
Only
feeling.
hurt yourself.
Alright, so we're gonna wait till 9. Maybe. No, you're about to die. Well, now I'm gonna wait until 10. Eat it. Oh, there's super lag. Oh no. Bam. Hiya.
So much power.
Oh.
To end
No, it's the same thing. Alright, you died. Yes. Now Heavenly Kick-Stun comes out and then immediately fail.
systems fully charged. Give me strength. Gaea Armor. So much
I'm just trying to move here. Great. That is actually fantastic.
to end all conflict.
If I manage to scrub out against this guy and it works out, I feel bad almost. Okay, naturally, yes.
Throw down your weapons and surrender. So much power.
I didn't get anything to help me. Oh no, you killed fires or something? Yeah, but barely. I mean, I died anyway. Later, yeah. Oh, this deck is a pile of garbage. Alright, well, that was fun. What a fun couple of hours. Dude. I'm gonna go back to playing that other deck. The one that... It was in the link that you sent me, Toshin. Which is... this guy. The red and... old. It's mostly old cards. As I say, mostly not Day of Nightmares. And the most important Day of Nightmares card I don't have. I don't have, what is it? State of Nothingness. I don't have that card, so I just put in another True Faith. I'm gonna go back to that. However, I'm gonna take a break now. It's lunchtime for me, and I gotta do a little bit of work today, so that's gonna be it for Teppen stream for me today. I gotta tell James, this deck is not worth playing. And it's like, I don't want to be a jerk, but it's maybe worth playing in lower levels. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But certainly once you get to 8, and especially after the season was reset, because I don't know where any of these players were. Maybe they were challenged, they were champion rank before, who knows, right? We all get reset. So I'm playing against however many good players, and it's just not good against people who know how to play this video game, I think. But whatever, alright, it was an interesting little experiment. We tried it out, and I'll never do it again. Maybe after, maybe there's new cards that make it make more sense or something, some change, gotta leave open for that, but in its current state, that's a big negative. Alright everybody, thanks a lot for hanging out and for helping me out as always. Good advice. Much obliged, much obliged. Alright. Have a good one.